Hello, creative partners. How are you guys? Hey, I thought I would jump on here really quickly. A few of you guys have messaged me just asking if I've heard about the Close to My Heart news. And I thought I would just jump on here and share a few thoughts of my own, if that's okay. But yes, I have heard about the Close to My Heart situation that they are dealing with right now. And for those of you that might not know, they announced that they are closing in June. And I will say that it's heart-wrenching. Um, I think, well, this has always been our approach as a business owner, but as scrapbookers ourselves. And when I say that, like just me, Debbie, Shiloh, like we were scrapbookers. We started this company with a purpose and a mission to help scrapbookers to complete pages in a simple way, right? But with that said, we've always been open about the fact that we've always supported other companies and using the products and using other types of products in your layouts, really whatever your heart desires, really in that case, because we understand as scrapbookers that that's how it works, right? And so with that, I mean, we would always support other companies or use of the products. And so, yes, it is heart-wrenching to hear about this company being faced with these decisions and knowing how hard those decisions would have been and what that means in general. But I know for me, just in general, like thinking of Jeanette, who is the owner, I believe, right? And I know she has health problems and other situations. So just when I was, catching up on this, what's happening in the story around all of it, and a lot of it's unknown, but at the same time, it did make me think about a few things that here at kiwilane we have come to realize the importance of, and also reconfirm some of the decisions that we've been making in the last few years because of sitting on the sideline, so to speak, and seeing certain things happening and wanting to say, hey, we want to kind of approach a company in a different way. We want to set up our company this way, right? And so with that, I mean, I'm being kind of vague, but things like, for example, a lot of people are talking about the scrapbooking industry and is it failing or is it succeeding? Is this kind of the reason? And I really can't speak for Close to My Heart. And I know that the owner also has a lot of personal situations that she's also struggling with and putting herself as a priority. And so I can't tell that like a lot of those challenges of collecting versus creating or glorifying collection versus creating that I saw in the industry happening and a lot of support around that mindset it was always concerning to me. So here at kiwilane, I really do want to encourage all of us to help to slowly change that mindset, to really glorify again the act of scrapbooking versus the act of collecting. And I'm not saying this is the whole reason around Close to My Heart's decision, but I can tell you that I've watched a few videos and listened to a few conversations in my own searching and understanding just what's happening in the industry in general. And there are a lot of conversations around that as well. And so for me, I just wanted to jump on with you guys as partners here at kiwilane to really emphasize again how much this industry needs what we have to offer them, how much the world is changing in some ways, right? And it is important that we adopt as a company. So for us, that was a lot of taking a look at, of course, the old model that we used to offer as instructors and compared to the new model that we offer as creative partners. And I know that Stampin' Up! Announced recently too some of their changes in their model as far as the direct selling model, and that they might be absorbing or trying to. Nothing's final around that, so I won't go too deep in that, because I honestly, there's not much facts around it, to tell you the truth. I know a lot of people are chatting about it, but there's really not much. And again, I sympathize so much with both ends of that equation, because it can get messy really fast. But yeah, so just, seeing their changes too, about how they're trying to refine what kind of information you can have towards a customer, and that the Privacy Act, and that they're getting faced with, and their hostess program, and realizing that they need to shift that and change it, and to build an online community, and all of these other things that we've really tried really hard, as slowly and as small as we are, because of, like I said, some of these foresights that we were seeing. And so I think overall, though, what I would really love to see as a whole is just scrapbookers just being solidified in their love for scrapbooking, and letting that manifest in the pages that they create and the fulfillment they get from that pages, and seeing the many benefits and rewards that come from this beautiful hobby, outside of the the uh the stashes. And so I know I've shared that before, so I'll continue to share that. But also, with that said, the filling your albums, not your closets, that we've been sharing. The other thing that I wanted to take an opportunity to share with you guys as well is the importance of prioritizing your health, your mental health, your health in general, actually. I remember when we first looked into direct sales, the traditional direct sales model, and this was years ago, right? Oh gosh, 2008, before we really kind of started to put things in place to build a company, and really start that journey. I met with a lawyer, and this was in St. George, Utah, actually, at the time where I lived. And I went and sat down with this lawyer, with my husband, David, and I was trying to wrap my head around the logistics of what this would entail. What do we have to get into place? What capital do we have to have? What legal things do we have to have in place? All of those other things, because we had previously shared, like, for us at that time as a business owner, we really at that time was presented with like direct sales or wholesale. And yet we were more concerned about the fact that it needs to be seen, right? Like, it's a product that needs to be seen and tried to really appreciate the results and the effect that it could have on a scrapbooker's experience, and the doors that would open with that, right? So for us, we were like, okay, let's go to a direct sales route. And along with that, we really did love the thought that, and do love the thought that also provided other women and mothers, and just all of the above, opportunities to make an income sharing something that they love, because that was what happened for us, that we were able to start this company and share something that changed our scrapbooking experience with other people, other scrapbookers, and to witness that and be part of that little bit of a journey, And then, of course, along with that, there's a lot of other things in business. It's not just that one piece of the pie. Like, there's support and inventory and maintaining, and all of these other components that are part of owning a business. Anyways, so I sat down with this lawyer, and I remember, sorry, I'm still getting over a cold, but um, what he said to me, he was not able to be my lawyer, actually, because he said that there was conflicts of interest, because he's Stampin' Up's lawyer. So I just happened to meet with the same lawyer, because Stampin' Up is over in that area of the world. And but he did advise me that he said, hey, listen, just like so you know, like be ready to give up your life. And I was like, huh, right? And I remember thinking, that's always stuck with me through all the twists and the turns and the things like before we adjusted our model right before 2020, right in that November of 2019 to the one team model that we dreamed up and hoped to accomplish and better strengthen and better refine as we go. We took all of our learnings from the first 10 years from 2009 to 2019. And we're like, okay, we do want to not give ourselves up to that. And what we did deal with, and I know I shared this with a lot of you guys, it just got me reminiscing on this, and I felt it valuable to kind of just recap some of these things. And ultimately, what I'm trying to get to is the importance of this prioritizing of your healthcare as well. But I remember during that 2009 to 2019 gap there, things were growing and they needed to grow more to support what we were trying to accomplish, so we needed to break even and so to speak. And so we put more into training, more into this, more into training in all aspects of a company, trying to make the instructors well-rounded, right? And business owning. And I've shared this before. It like we're talking over 10 years, right? Towards the end, it became very clear to me that like, this is not realistic, like to be an expert in every area. Like I'm a business owner and like, I have a team, like I have a support team that's their focus and somebody from operational that's helping in that end and just those type of things. And then from the inspiring and the design thing, like there's multiple of us, right? And so that was one area, but then also the sense of just helping people to get along internally among instructors feeling like their customers were being poached or whatever, so there was like this internal turmoil that sometimes happened, whether they were right or wrong in it, right? It did exist. And there was just this sense of long hours and feeling just heartache for instructors that I knew that were working so hard and yet seeing like their ROI, their return on their investment not completely be looked at in the most healthy way. So with that all said and done, I did feel at a certain point during those years towards the end that not only did I want to change somewhat of that expectation that we put on the people that partner with us, saying like, oh, you gotta know all of these little things and you need to consider all of these elements and then also what that also meant on our resources from the home office and what that meant for us too. With all that said and done, I really did want to create a company and I still want to create this company that allows people to feel like they can take a week off of work and not feel like they're going to lose a customer because that customer was upset because they weren't there to take care of them right away. Well, that's what that support team's for, right? Like that's what their job is for or whatever, because of that health value that we all, help raise the tide, so to speak, and support each other in that and knowing what each of our roles are and what that partnership means. And I just feel like it creates a better, healthy atmosphere. And I hope that you guys are feeling that. And I hope that we can share that with the rest of the scrapbooking industry as well. Not only the support of other companies and other brands and other products, which I don't think any of us have a problem with. I will say that, like, I think the group of creative partners we have right now really are great examples of that. And just the sense of too that supporting each other in our health and supporting each other and just, you know, the one team mindset really. And I know that life in general comes with a lot of changes. So I know the industry needs to see some changes. And a lot of the changes that I'm seeing are ones that we discussed in 2019. For all the reasons that I'm seeing that they're making the changes, privacy, hostess, behaviors, online, all of these things. So, excuse me. Um, so yes, yeah, all that said and done, the scrapbooking industry is doing well. Like for us, it's growing. We had some infrastructure that we really needed to address, which we've been open and honest about this last year, especially after COVID, and then revamping of the website and really adjusting that infrastructure for a more scalable mindset. And yet within the scalability, keeping that core thing of simplicity. So that's another thing that we were trying to hold on to as much as we can here at kiwilane. And that shows a lot in the way that the communities work. It was like you test and trial a lot of things. That's a good example, the community, the events, the RSVPing, and you know, a lot of feedback on the old system, right? And it was just like, oh, you know, you're doing the best that you can and all of this stuff. And then like it's you just keep looking for another solution, and you take each learning as it comes and applies it. And I mean, I'm really happy with the ease of the community. It's simple. I think we definitely we're going to beef it up, right? But still having that place for connection and that offering of events and ideas has always been part of kiwilane. I've shared this before, like it might change, but the purpose still applies. The same purpose still applies. And I can say that that's true from the very beginning. And yet we had to make some changes and grow. And I'm really happy with the community though. So anyways, and I mean, I can't ever promise that things won't change and they won't shift and they won't grow. But we'll do our best to continue to look forward at foresights that we might see. I'm not a business savvy person, but I have learned a lot. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so I will not give myself credit, but over the 14 years or so, um, and I can promise to you that I will continue to look forward in the foresight and try to see things that concern me or things that maybe we can change the industry as a whole and help to be that voice in the industry. And so I do believe that what we have to offer here at kiwilane is on the right path. I do believe that our messaging and our focus and our purpose is to help scrapbookers to just, you know, as some people say, like to fall in love with scrapbooking again, and whatever level that might be for them, and to help them lift their creativity and their skills and their confidence in that, to help them increase their finished pages. But in the finished pages, what we're really talking about is to help help prioritize this beautiful hobby in their lives to the point where they can absorb all of the benefits that come from that do affect their health, that do affect their other areas of their lives by prioritizing this beautiful hobby. And I believe that strongly. I believe that so strongly. I have witnessed it in my own life, and I only have the deepest love for the industry and this hobby, and my heart goes out to those connected with close to my heart. I know that it's in the mix of it can be very daunting and confusing. And I know that this is true from the top to the bottom. And I do feel for them tremendously. And I just wanted to add my voice to that and know that I am thinking of them and I'm thinking about, which makes me think about just how beautiful this hobby is. It really is. So let's all embrace it and support each other where we can support each other as fellow scrapbookers. And I think that that's sometimes the best we can do, right? Like, so that's what I think on that. And then the other question a lot of people are asking me is if we're going to be opening up the affiliate program, again, the one team business creative model, creative partner model. And yes, it has been on our list, as I can tell you, like as a company, it's always constant prioritizing and just different things. And we've been working a lot behind the scenes, and I've shared a lot that with you guys with some of our goals with the website and really setting up that customer support in the sense of the experience and streamlining where ideas are and our events are, and with that, our products and the Kiwi Club creations keep us busy just in and of themselves, but oh boy, aren't they so wonderful. I love the Kiwi Clubs. They are my highlight of my month, so I hope they are the highlight of your months sometimes too. And I will say they're highlight of my month because I get to not only just feel that joy that comes from the kit, but then I get to also again revisit and reflect and reconnect on other highlights of my life because I prioritized this beautiful hobby in my life. So it's good stuff. So, all right. So we will get you posted on that. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys have asked about that affiliate program. Honestly, I mean, it's on the list. I'll probably shoot it back up to the top of the list. It's all over. That's the problem too, is sometimes you get started on something and then you think over here, but you really got to get to that 100%. So I'm trying to be self-disciplined with us and the team that we have here at the home office too. But yes, it's still on our radar. And yes, we plan to open that up for other opportunities. Because again, that from early on, our experience has always been that we do want to provide whatever opportunities we can for others to also share what they love with others, because it's been a huge blessing into our lives, and we're grateful for that. And we're grateful for all the support, and we're grateful for everyone that has also been able to see the change that has made in their scrapbooking experience and beyond their scrapbooking experience into their other aspects of their lives, and the fulfillment and the joy and the rewards that come from that. So, all right, guys. Well, let us know if you have any questions. We're here to help however we can. Let's keep inspiring in the community. There's nothing more rewarding even in that, right? To be inspired and to inspire others. So let's keep doing that and sharing that invitation so that other people can come and try kiwilane and the products and the play to create method for themselves. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.